The Cowboys released Tony Romo and the Bus Brothers' failed takeover attempt. What gives with America's most storied franchises? We debate up next on Sports Weekly.
You are tuned into Black Hollywood Live, Sports Weekly.
I used to read Word Up magazine. Yes. Oh, just kidding. It's the redo. It's okay.
It's the remix.
What? That was the remix, right?
Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock.
Welcome to Sports Weekly.
Go ahead.
And Black Lumberjack with the hat to match.
Hey.
Remember something?
Too hard. We never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now we're in the limelight because we round tight.
Okay. We have
Like the
Biggie.
Center.
I mean,
Sports Weekly.
Jiggy over here.
Every Thursday night.
That's a classic.
It is a classic.
Classic.
We're a little light tonight, guys. We're a little light. We're missing Charlie and J-Rod. They're lost. Oh, well. Erica Renee Davis.
Erica Renee D.
Erica Renee D. You can find me on Twitter. And make sure you go check out my Twitter because I'm doing my Bone and Biggie karaoke in honor
go check that out.
of R.I.P. B.I.G. at Erica Renee D on Twitter and on Instagram and on Insta Story. And I Snapchatted one time last weekend.
I saw. I was like, what?
Is that still around?
This?
Right. Yeah, I Snapchatted for the first time in like 6 months.
I mean, I am on Snapchat. You can find me there at JJ the Talented. I never snap. I hardly ever Insta Story. I rarely tweet, but find me anyway. JJ the Talented.
What are you
don't even follow him, actually, but you can follow me. I'm Raina. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Raina_LA. I Snapchat, I tweet, and I
Insta
I
Story
rarely
too.
post on
I'm getting better
Instagram.
with my Insta Story.
How old is my last post on
Jeez
Instagram?
Louise.
Like
Guys.
a week old.
It's
2 weeks.
As always, follow all things Black Hollywood Live on BlackHollywoodLive.com. Follow us on Twitter at BHL Online. Follow us on Instagram at BHL Sports Weekly. And guys, my dogs won today. Okay, I know no one cares because we're such a low seed in the SEC tournament. That's right. Go dogs! Sicko! Okay, yes. So I wear my Go Dogs pin. We play Kentucky tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So I got to find me a bar. I'm going to go to the gym. Then I'm going to go to a bar and watch the game.
I know, that's going to be a good game.
Right.
Super excited about that.
Okay. Tony Romo.
Actually,
What? Tell
Tony
me.
Romo.
live chat. Live chat.
Oh, yeah, we got that. We got that going
Get
right now,
in on
guys.
this.
I'm here. We got 3 people watching right now. No, you 3 people that are watching, talk to us right now.
Say something.
Please
Say
do,
something.
because it's only 3 of us, so you guys can basically be the 4th and 5th co-hosts tonight.
You
know.
can run the show.
Just like Josh Rodriguez says, follow me on Instagram and Twitter just because I love to debate or something like that.
Right. Yeah, we're crazy. Okay.
Mess.
Tony Romo, released by the Cowboys. Well, actually, no, he's not. Okay, so yesterday the news was that he was going to be released by the Cowboys. And then early this morning the news broke that instead of being released, he was going to be traded
right.
instead. But at this point, it's 7:30 almost on West Coast time, and they still haven't made a move yet. But we do know that a move is coming. Now, Tony Romo's, I think, salary cap is $24.7 million. So one of the questions that I wanted to posture to you guys was, should the Cowboys have invested all that money in making sure they had a great backup in Tony Romo? 24/7.
I don't think so.
24.7.
Hell no.
No, because
Hell
it's
no.
not his team anymore.
But
Like,
even with the curse of the sophomores, like how sophomore albums fail, how sophomore, quarterbacks don't do well.
What else is a sophomore
it?
that fails?
yeah.
A
Trying to
sophomore,
think of like one more.
sophomore in high school. You might have a great
I
freshman.
had a great
That was a good
sophomore
year
year,
for me.
actually.
Okay, well,
I just went to new school.
My junior was.
so sophomore albums, sophomore quarterbacks,
Sophomore film.
sequels.
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 Sequels with different
That's a good
actors.
Okay.
That's the worst.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Lifetime.
Oh, so we just gave 3 excellent examples of how oftentimes there is a curse of the sophomore year. Considering that Tony Romo is a proven regular season quarterback, you still don't think the Cowboys should have spent that money
No.
on him?
Do you think he's worth that as a starter?
Hell no.
Definitely not as a second string quarterback. Is Tony Romo a starter?
On the Cowboys?
Or
No.
anywhere.
Anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna.
was like, he's gone.
He is a starter.
I think seeing as though the quarterback position, the pickings are really slim, he's going to start somewhere.
I mean, Broncos and the Texans are the two most plausible landing spots for Tony Romo, and both those teams had top 5 ranked defenses last year. So all you really do need is a quarterback who can move the ball and who can, run the system.
And he has experience as well, so that might.
And he gets to stay in Texas.
If he stays with the Texans, or if he goes to the Broncos, then he goes out of conference and a whole new animal all the way around.
Yeah. Denver would be a good look for him because they got good receivers.
Who are their receivers? I don't know anymore.
Thomas.
Oh yeah.
And
what's their O line
Sanders.
looking like though? Because here's the thing with Tony Romo, he's so injury prone. I feel that
they need a good line.
They need a good line because they're gonna look at him and he's gonna fall out like this.
First game, first minute.
Seriously, like Andrew Bogut.
Do that, man.
Wow.
Yo.
No, you're right. They need a good offensive line, but teams with good offensive lines, I don't think they need a quarterback
They
right
don't need a
now.
quarterback, because their quarterbacks are healthy because they have good O lines.
Right. So.
What? Chat room.
Chat room is just everyone's getting settled in. We got Mr. Regman and Demo up in here
girl.
saying what's up. Hello,
Yeah,
everyone. What do you guys think about Romo?
Where should Romo go? I don't.
Where should Romo
mean-
go? Or who wants Romo?
I
The
think
guy is so injury prone.
he's so injury prone. It's funny though, because someone on Twitter said today that the Texans fans have hated on the Cowboys so much for the past 10 years, and now that Romo might be a Texan, they're like, oh yeah,
They
we
want
love Romo. I mean,
He's unreliable. He's unreliable because of his injuries. He's unreliable because of his playoff history. I think he's made 4 starts in the last 2 years.
yeah, and his last full season was 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not someone that's worth $24 million or someone you want to hand the keys of your franchise to. But I mean, worse has happened.
I mean, because Tony Romo and Jerry Jones are basically like, screwing each other.
Yeah.
And so for Jerry Jones to let go of his butt buddy,
Oh my God.
I mean, there's nothing wrong if they're screwing each other.
You know? There's nothing wrong.
Nothing. I have no judgment of that. This is what happens when no one else is here. It's just 3 of us.
Josh and Charlie.
No, I was trying to make a joke correlation to a subject we talked about last week.
What
but
was it?
It was off.
With the transgender bathrooms?
Yeah, it was off color. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, tell the people. They
I
wanna
don't.
hear.
I never made the. I was trying to make the leap, but I couldn't
couldn't do
make
it.
it. But I don't think it would have been good.
Okay, so we all agree that Tony Romo should.
It's done.
Yeah, like
the job.
it's
Well,
not
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean-
Look, it's not that we don't have anything to say about this, but like, who really cares about Tony Romo?
And yeah, and-
I mean, I know
yeah.
it's our job to talk about it, but I really don't care where Tony Romo goes. He's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Voice of God, what do you think? He doesn't care.
What's the
either.
guy doesn't even care
Yeah.
either? Okay.
Nobody in here.
Okay, Jimbo.
God has forsaken us.
Gamer Girl
We need
says
Tim
Romo
Tebow.
is fragile, which he could be a backup for cheap.
Well, not going to be
cheap.
cheap. It's not going to be
No.
cheap, unfortunately. Before we go into some more sports drama, let's talk about really quickly what has happened just in the past day with all the NFL trades, NFL free agency. Texans do trade Brock Osweiler to the Browns Texans trade Osweiler to the Browns for him and for a 2018 second-round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
But the rumors are that the Browns are going to get rid of him as soon as they can and go after Jimmy Garoppolo from the Patriots. That's what
Okay.
analysts are speculating.
Okay, I could see the Browns doing. That'd be a good move for the Browns.
That would be a great move. But like, if
They
you're,
need something to
they
happen.
do.
Jeez.
But if you're Jimmy Garoppolo, aren't you like praying to God that the Browns don't go after you?
I mean, but do you want to start though? If you're Jimmy Garoppolo,
Or do you want to
Don't
start
want
with the
franchise?
Browns? Do you want to be a backup to Tom Brady? You want to go have your career go to hell in
Well, no,
Cleveland?
I think you would want your chance to show what you can do.
What you say
I
right
think
now?
so.
I agree. I think you would want to start fresh and not just be Tony Romo. Tom Brady's back.
Tom Brady's-
Tom Brady's backup. I think he wants his chance to like show what he can do. I mean, but the
But-
thing is, he's so used to a system and a type of team that might be an issue with him coming up to a team that just completely sucks.
That
I don't
completely
know.
sucks, and whose front office management is finally, after all these years, just getting themselves together. Like, they're still trying to find their own culture. And I say with Garoppolo, I mean, this is probably an unpopular opinion, as you guys both play collegiate sports, so you probably do want to go somewhere where you can prove your worth. But in the old days, quarterbacks sat behind the starters for years. Like, you didn't just start all of a sudden. Like, you actually had to pay your dues. Like, Aaron Rodgers even paid his dues behind Brett Favre
I
for
think
a
even
while.
Brady did that.
Yeah, he did for a
Yeah.
while. Was behind
Drew
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the idea that Garoppolo, I mean, Tom Brady might play, 3 more years?
Yeah, but then again, it's Tom Brady. He's an Iron Man pretty much. He was not. He missed 4 games, this year only because of suspension, not because he was injured. I mean, he's the quarterback of the NFL. I want to take my chances somewhere else. Even if the team is horrible, I would want to take my time to shine. I want my opportunity to shine and show people what I can do. I want to be a starter if it was me.
Baby, I'm a star. Chat room, what do y'all say? Would you rather stay behind Brady for 3 more years, or would you rather go to the dismal Browns, who are never going to have any success?
And he's got the ring, so
that doesn't really count.
He's got. I'm saying he's got that. So what else does he need?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You said that Garoppolo has a ring.
He participated in that. He won those 2. He went 3-1.
No, he didn't play all 3 games. That black quarterback played one of those games.
He went 2-1.
Chat room.
He gets his ring, and now he can go.
Gamer Girl says it would be like when Matt Cassell went to the Chiefs after the Pats. I feel when these guys are starting quarterback for so long, their ego won't allow them to be a backup.
Okay.
Gamer Girl, Demo, call in. Put the number up. Have him call in. Let's talk to him.
Yeah, can they call in Jimbo in the booth?
The number is 424-253-0749.
0749. 424.
253-0749.
Y'all call in. Yeah,
let's
that'll
put
be
a
fun.
voice to the.
Yeah, that's right. Call in,
chat.
chat room. Okay. Also, some more moves that were made today. The Redskins fired their GM Scott McLaughlin. He was fired for ongoing alcohol problems.
Oh, he wasn't fired for signing Kirk Cousins to franchise tag.
right.
Which, by the way, Kirk Cousins doesn't want apparently because he's trying to get out of there.
He's trying to get out of there, but then I think they rebutted his request to get out of there.
So has to stay for now.
He's stuck.
For now.
Who else?
I like what the
Deshaun
Jackson going to
Tampa
Bay.
Bucks,
Tampa
playing
Bay.
with Jameis Winston, who doesn't like little girls.
Which is good. We like older guys who don't like little girls.
And also,
That's not what he meant.
I like
guys.
I like who was it? Philadelphia's move. They picked up
a couple of people, right?
Alshon Jeffrey, receiver. They picked up Torrey Smith, another receiver. And I think who's their quarterback? Wentz.
Yeah, Carson.
I think he's coming up. He's decent.
Okay.
So I like what they did, and I like. Oh, we're gonna talk about it later.
What? No, what?
Brandon Marshall going to the Giants.
Oh, Brandon Marshall. That's right. Okay, yeah, that is coming up in one of the upcoming segments. Okay, and TCU defeats Kansas in some NCAA men's basketball news. That
right.
Also,
but it's just conference.
It's just conference
play.
It's champ, but they're calling it Champ Week. Have we always called Conference Week Champ Week?
Championship Week.
They
I think they call it Championship Week.
Why are they calling it that? Have we always done that?
I think so.
I've never.
No.
I don't think.
Come on, basketball players.
I know it's.
D2,
I mean,
we didn't get that.
we definitely. I mean, we never made it past to the turn. We never made it past round 1. But I've not really.
Yeah, I don't ever remember the conference weeks being called Championship Week.
It sounds familiar to me. I thought it was, but
some people who are not going to be
games
champions.
though. Louisville almost beat Duke today. By the way.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch
Duke
it.
is very beatable though. They're very beatable this year.
They're super young, but I mean.
But aren't they always young though? No.
They
no,
keep.
not necessarily.
Their guys will stick around.
Yeah, I mean,
Traditionally.
Kennard and Tatum, they're both huge factors for Duke, but yeah, they almost lost today, and it was pretty.
When does UCLA play?
UCLA, they're in the Pac-12 tournament right now. I believe they play tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I think because Oregon played tonight, I believe. But yeah, I think they play tomorrow.
Gamer Girl said, "Look at Brock Osweiler. He won a ring. It doesn't matter. It don't matter." What does that mean?
Brock Osweiler.
He won a ring. Don't matter.
Gamer Girl, Brock Osweiler does not have a ring yet, does he? With who? Garoppolo has a ring with the Patriots. Inform us, keep us up to date, because I didn't think Osweiler won a ring anywhere ever. The Bus Brothers. Laker Nation has been in turmoil for some years, and I'd like to go on record again for saying.
Brace
Go
yourself.
ahead. Go
Brace
ahead.
yourself.
Just do
Hold
it.
on. What you gonna say?
The freaking Jim Bus was like, oh yeah, give me 2-3 years. I'm like, y'all, I didn't know y'all 2-3 years ago, but even before I knew you guys, I was saying the Lakers are not going to turn it around in 2 or 3 years. Like, it was just obvious. First of all, you had Kobe eating up all the money.
Yeah, and you know what? And I hated how you said that about Kobe a while back.
Eat up all the money and ruining your franchise.
But it was true.
It is true.
It was true. I've let that go.
I mean, Yeah, I mean,
It was true. But I've never seen Jim Buss as a good owner from the get-go. Just like you, I believe in Jeannie Buss.
Yeah.
I really do.
absolutely. I've always
I'm
been
Team
Team
Jeannie.
Jeannie forever.
Well, obviously her dad was Team Jeannie too, with all those kids he has. She was the one that he put in complete control of the organization. So he
Right.
knows something that apparently the other siblings know too, but are jealous of.
And according to the trust, it was Jerry Buss made it very hard for Jeannie to be ousted from the organization.
So this is kind of a general timeline of what happened. So the brothers, Jim and Johnny, requested a board meeting. And at the board meeting, they wanted to present 4 new possible presidents. None of those 4 options were Jeannie. So they were like, we're going to have a meeting about a new president, and your name is on the
And
list.
2 of them didn't even know they were presented. When they found out, they're like, "What? We never even
Where do
signed
they
up for this.
stand?
We're on
Is
Team
Jeannie
Jeannie."
older than the
Jeannie's not
two?
the oldest, no.
She's younger than the.
Then the Jim and Johnny, I don't know how they fall. There are
Yeah,
a
I'm
ton
not
of those
sure.
kids I don't know.
I think Pops knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, he knew.
He knew this was going to happen.
So Jeannie filed an injunction and a restraining order against Jim and Johnny.
That's a weird
she did.
vibe now with that family. How do you like? Do you have family dinners? Do you invite them over on the weekend? Is it
No.
like? Is it just business, or is it? Do you think it extends into the family? Like we don't talk.
I think that's what kind of is tricky about working with family and working with close, and also, it's also like living with close friends, because that could possibly see each other all the time, and then you got to go to work with them, and then
much.
I think that's a little too much.
I do too.
But I mean, I think Pops, like I said, Pops knew what was going on, was going to happen, so. I don't know, but I think that they could have handled their personal. I think something personal is happening, and that's why they, had that meeting. They could have handled this
right
up.
with the Broncos, Brock Osweiler.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. He was
yeah.
back up.
Right, he
Thank you,
was.
Gamer Girl. You need to be up here.
That's why you should
Gamer.
call in.
We told you to call in, Gamer Girl, to set the record straight. And you didn't do it. I didn't know this until doing more research, but Jeannie allegedly says that Jim is part of the reason that she and Phil broke up, that their engagement fell apart. I mean, I'm sure, of course, it's a
I think
multi-layered.
Phil was the reason. He didn't want to marry Jeannie. He really didn't.
Why though? He's
And
80
he went
years
all the way
old.
across the country to make sure it didn't happen. Like you're not. How are you in a relationship and you leave to New York and you leave your girlfriend in LA?
Because once you're a billionaire, you do stuff that people like paupers like us don't understand.
No, but look,
Peasants,
he
peasants.
wanted to get out of there. He was feeling the heat and the
Or
pressure.
she was like, if you don't put a ring on it, you got to get out
And
of
he
here.
made his decision.
But
So-
he put a ring on it.
well, championship ring, yeah.
He put an engagement
did that
ring.
3 times.
But it was like, okay.
That wasn't an engagement
They
ring.
got engaged. They had their engagement photos on the motorcycle. Remember?
But as let me hit you to some guy
Okay.
game. After she
Please
keeps
do.
asking you and begging you and like bringing it up, you at some point have to kind of give a little bit. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna toss this ring and we're gonna take these pictures." But he knew the whole time that wasn't happening.
Oh. Erica, how long does it take if you get engaged?
Okay.
You're engaged.
I'm sure he
whatever.
didn't set a
How
date.
Long?
So the trick is, ladies, you gotta make sure you set that date.
But when do you set that date? Like, how long does it? If they're playing, you guys. Oh, I don't know. I don't have a date yet. How long do you wait until you're just like, yo, you gotta get married.
See,
You gotta go.
I think it depends on how much money you have, and I mean, I really do.
How does that?
I think it
how does
depends
that
on.
play?
I think it
Because
depends on.
weddings are expensive, man.
Well, and I think it depends on your.
Not these days.
I think it depends on your
Yes, I just
industry.
got married,
Your
dog.
Jim
I mean, they're
got married.
expensive, but I think more people are having cheaper weddings these days because that's the smarter thing to
There's
do.
no such thing as a cheap wedding.
Less expensive.
Less expensive, but I do think it depends on your industry. Like if you are owners of basketball franchises, or if you're Ivanka Trump, like.
There's nothing keeping you from getting married the next day. You got all the money, you got all the time if you wanted it.
But to me, that's not about the money. It's about the prestige and the facade and like the optics of what you're doing. Like
The type of weddings that these people are having, you need to book like the Country Yacht Club, and they want to fly in an elephant.
Right,
and
but they can do that tomorrow because they have that
can.
money.
They can, but I think if I'm an Ivanka Trump or a Jeannie Buss, I'm not going to be 55 years old and single and date or engaged to Phil Jackson for 10 years because there's no reason for me to be 55 years old and engaged for 10 years. So,
Right.
but if
Right.
you're
She
55
probably
years
told
old,
him that,
if
and
you're
that's
55
right.
years old and you're a secretary dating the janitor, we can be engaged for 20
You're
years.
going to hold on for a long, long time.
Hold on.
I mean, and I'm saying not because it's expensive to get married particularly, but because optically it looks bad for Phil to be so successful and Jeannie to be so successful and powerful and to not
Yeah.
to let it lag. So,
I think it
okay,
got to that
question.
point and they just split because it wasn't happening. I don't think Phil
Well,
wanted to get married.
Phil's also 90
I
years
didn't think Phil
old.
wanted to get married either.
He's 100.
I didn't think Jeannie did, but
So we kind of got off topic, but I do want to ask you guys, you Lakers fans over there, and people in the chat room, and people watching, whoever you are, what is your projection on what the Lakers will do in the next 3 to 5 years, or 3 years? We'll keep it simple. Exactly.
You want to go first?
I mean, all I have to say about it is that we've been here before as a franchise, not this low, but we've been without championships. Lakers fans are used to competing for championships, am I
Right.
right?
I
So,
agree.
Right.
but we spent all the 90s with solid teams, no championships until 2000, and we spent the better part of the 2000s until 2010. So we've been here before. It just takes a special player who will get at some point. I don't know who that's going to be. Whether it's going to be.
Speaking of special player, Jeannie also said, in addition to her brother helping break up their relationship, that DeMarcus Cousins would have come here had it not been for Jim cock blocking. But go ahead.
But is DeMarcus the player that we need?
He would have been better than what you have.
But right now, what we need to do is tank like we're doing right now. I think DeMarcus would have kept us out of that.
But couldn't DeMarcus have come before the beginning of the season? Like wasn't he being?
I don't know. I don't know what DeMarcus's contract.
No,
If that was he a free agent this last
I
summer?
can't remember.
I don't.
11, 12. I don't know, but even let's say he came
I
at,
wouldn't have
at
wanted
the
DeMarcus
All-Star
Cousins.
break. Go ahead. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. The player that I would want is Russ.
Yes,
That's who I want on the Lakers.
that's who I want to.
If I
But
had
he
to
signed
choose
for
between
what? How many years did he sign for?
He's done. He's at OKC for the foreseeable. I think at least 2 years.
At
Yeah.
least 2 years.
Yeah, that's the player I would have gone for. But he signed. But
Now they're talking Paul George in 2018.
In 2018.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
want Paul George in 2018.
yeah, I'm not sure if I'm feeling Paul George. We'll see.
Okay, so here's my projection for the Lakers in the next
Go
3
ahead.
to 5 years. I'm going to stick with what I've been saying for the last 3 years, that because the West is so competitive, and you have people like Russell Westbrook who have signed, somewhat long-term deals, and you have James Harden who has no reason to go anywhere else, and then you have the Warriors who are still young, and even as their contracts, get up or expire, they are still the premier team in the West, and you have the Spurs who are never going to go anywhere, and then the bottom feeders of the top teams in the West are still teams that are going to be together for a while. So with that in mind, I can't see the Lakers penetrating the even the 8th or the 9th spot in the next few years because the glamour of the organization has been diminished
But it hasn't worn off. And
But
you
it's
have
been
to
di-
give credit, or at least allow
Okay.
some time to see how the nucleus of
D-Lo.
Magic Johnson
Magic,
and
yeah.
The new pickup for GM Rob Pelinka, how
Okay.
that pans out. And I'd like that pickup because we've seen other GMs who have made successful
This is true.
GMs after being player agents.
And then
So-
I'm not in love with Luke Walton either as a coach. I don't know why people subscribe to this theory of Luke Walton being the baby genius. He's not.
I like him.
Because he's young, he's a player's coach. I think that's the
Yeah.
that's
Because
the
he's the same
attraction.
age as the players. Of course, he's a player's coach.
And people like him from being here in LA as
He
a
was a
player.
Laker.
And
So
y'all
I
like-
think that's the attraction.
y'all like Kobe, too.
He came from he had 2 years of a winning franchise under Kerr.
Mm-hmm.
So and he played a part. I'm sure he had learned something from that experience behind Kerr, and I'm hoping he brings that to the Lakers. But he has to have the right players.
It's also the players that really need to come out and, I don't know. I have high hopes. What do you guys think? What do you personally think about Randall?
I like Randall. He had a
And
triple double just the other night.
What?
I don't know. I'm not sold on him.
That's what I'm
I don't
Randall?
know.
I think he's a hustler.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the players now, they have to do some serious work in the off season. I mean, I know they're obviously not going to turn the whole program around, but I do think that certain aspects of their game can improve, and I think that they need to handle everything themselves, because there's other teams right now in the NBA that don't have their star players, but yet they're pulling their own weight.
But they're also not coached by a 35-year-old who. I mean, I think it's coaching. I think it's
There's-
chemistry.
right.
I think you have a bunch of kids on that. I mean, I think
They are
there's so
young guys.
many.
They're
guys.
really young.
But
I
it
mean,
could be like-
they're
Go
young
ahead.
guys. So what can you really make out of this young team?
A young team,
Ingram is 19.
an average coach.
Russell is 20.
21, yeah.
21.
Randall is what, 21?
21.
Randall's, and then like Clarkson's
Clarkson
like
is-
25, 24.
These guys are young. and they have not
that's
much
our core.
they don't have much experience,
They don't.
and that's our core.
Is
That's it.
Swaggy's still on the team, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
he
Who
just got
knows?
the news came out there that he
Lil is
got
out.
robbed. Of,
Yeah, I
of
know, I
half
saw
a
that.
mil.
Who got robbed?
While he was away at All-Star break,
Somebody
his house
robbed-
got robbed.
Nick Young.
Oh, I'm
Had to be
sorry.
inside source.
But yeah, so these guys,
Iggy
and I
probably
think
set it
I
up.
think there's a level of definitely a level of immaturity with these guys.
Well, you just need one seasoned leader person.
You need two or three.
I think we need two.
You need-
To some, I don't know. You just need
You
somebody
need
to come
two
in.
seasoned leaders, and then you need a great sixth man like a Jamal
So-
or an Eric Gordon.
Guess who is a free agent coming up?
Who?
Blake Griffin.
I don't think
He won't do that.
He won't. I think
He won't
he
do
wants
that.
to be the face of the. Now, let me tell you, I'm over the Clippers. Doc Rivers ass. I'm over
You don't want to get rid of Blake Griffin? I think you do.
I don't think he would do it.
I don't think I want to. I think that Blake needs. I think I'm over Chris's ass, over UCP.
Really?
I'm a little bit over CP.
That's what happens when you block him from joining the Lakers. That's just karma.
Well, like first, you can't even talk about karma because the Lakers have all the bad karma
But
for the foreseeable future.
CP3 is a very solid point guard,
that
especially
move,
for
that
his
trade,
age.
when CP3 didn't come to Lakers, that was just not.
He's still playing his ass off.
He's still playing his butt off. Yes, I don't know why I decided to say butt instead of ass that time. I just decided to censor myself for no reason. I'm over him.
Okay, but hear me out. So Blake Griffin, and guess who else is up?
Who?
Steph Curry.
He's not leaving.
Steph, heck no.
Why
He's
not?
leaving.
Let's just open our minds a little bit. Why not?
Steph Curry would never
He's
coach
not-
the Lakers.
no.
Why not?
Because why would you go from the
Kevin
best
Durant
team?
has stolen a little bit of his
But why
shine,
go from
right?
the best team in the league to the worst team in the league?
Right. Well, so you can
Thank you.
prove.
That's
Listen,
point blank period.
because he wants to be that man, right? Doesn't he want to be the guy that he once was in
He's
Warrior
still
Land?
going to be the guy, though. He's still going to be that guy, regardless.
I don't know. I feel like
out of
Kevin
the
Durant took that
Warriors.
shine, and I think you know what?
Playing-wise-
I think I'm just making this up, but I think Steph Curry is not happy.
I could agree with that, honestly, truly. What happened? I don't see I am Brandon anymore, honestly, truly. You follow him?
Is that the scammer?
Scammer.
Scammer.
Jonah Scammer.
Honestly,
Truly. Honestly, truly, I don't think he's a
That he's
social.
happy, right?
I don't think he's happy, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I don't think he would come to the
It's,
Lakers.
it's a stretch, but it's just my fantasy.
We gotta talk food though. That's my fantasy. Food is always my fantasy. I think I'm gonna have sushi.
Agreed.
food sounds really good right now, actually.
Right. Blue Apron. Do you have sushi? I'll find out in a second and I'll tell you. Blue Apron, guys, is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient delivery system in the country. I didn't know that service in the country. We're all finding out at the same time. Their mission, though, guys, is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Because everyone's always busy. You're running around. You're picking up your kids. You're going to work, going to school. And the easiest thing that you need to do is to be able to make healthy foods quickly. And Blue Apron does this for you. They have some featured meals that are coming up: pork chops and miso butter with bok
God, I'm
choy
so hungry.
and marinated apple, spicy shrimp coconut curry with cabbage and rice. That's another. Is that Jimbo?
So is Jimbo. I was like, is that Joe?
I'll say that one more time. Spicy shrimp
no, I think
coconut
that was
curry with cabbage and rice. Here's another one: vegetable chili and baked sweet potatoes with crispy tortilla strips. So those are a few of the featured upcoming meals. And guys, the way that you get these upcoming meals, you sure already know, but I'm going to tell you how to do it. You got to go to blueapron.com/BHL Weekly. That is your code. That's how you get these free meals. Or they're not free, actually. I think I just lied to you. You get your coupon with
deeply
the
discounted.
Yeah, it's deeply, deeply, deeply discounted. But even after your discount runs out, guys, these are very, very affordable because each meal is less than $10 per person.
And you got to eat anyway, so you might as well just put our code in and get some money off.
And
And
let's
eat
say-
healthy.
and eat healthy.
Summer coming soon.
Save a few coins
Affordable. It's cheaper than Chipotle. No slight at Chipotle.
with the guacamole.
With the guacamole. It's variety. It's flexible. It's easy. It's accessible.
And it's delivered to your home.
And it's guaranteed freshness, guys. So again, go to blueapron.com/BHL Weekly. Use the code BHL Weekly, and then you'll get your discounted meals. Okay.
What they saying in that live chat?
Oh,
Live chat. Go to
Live chat.
blueapron.com.
live chat said, oh, Michelle, we're going to talk about Lonzo Ball's father's comments coming up soon.
Yes, we are.
Demo, the dad needs to go. That dad needs to go. Iggy set it up. LOL, Erica. CP3
You heard me
needs
say
to go.
that. You heard me say that. You heard me.
Steph is not leaving, and to the Lakers, nah, I don't see it. Gamer Girl, if Steph leaves, it would be a shock. He said he wants to stay.
Yeah, they do have the new
Gmo,
stadium being
they
built,
will
too.
give Steph what he wants, money.
Right.
Right. I just.
Big deal or nah? Big deal or nah? This is the part of the show where we discuss whether these topics are a big deal or nah.
Andrew Bogut. It's not that funny, but it's kind of.
It's not funny at all. Injuries are not funny.
Yeah, but
Except
it's kind
to a
of.
category.
No, but Andrew Bogut, like less than a minute into his Cavs debut, he broke his leg.
Damn.
That's all I
You
got to
don't
say
go to the
about that.
Cavs. That's what happens when you go to the Cavs.
Exactly, because you know why? Because they would have played the Warriors in the finals, and
Yeah, the Warriors are not even going to make it to the finals.
listen,
Oh,
and then
that's-
he would have been
they
playing his
are.
old team. But that's what happens when you leave like that. So, yeah,
Big deal.
no
I
deal.
think it is a big
Big
deal for
deal.
Andrew Bogut. I mean, that's a
stupid.
tough injury. I'm sorry to hear that.
But you can recover from broken leg though.
You can.
In a year.
You can recover, but I mean,
Like
that's
9 months.
He's going to Australia to recover. He's going home,
I
and then
should.
Paul George,
That's
most
it.
recent one that did
Oh,
it.
that was awful. That was a really bad break.
He's
That
the
was
most
disgusting.
recent, and he's back.
That was gross.
That
I'm
was
like,
disgusting. I say it's
Not
a big
worse
deal.
than Livingston. Do you remember Livingston?
I never saw
Yeah,
it. I
Livingston.
don't
Oh,
see it.
YouTube that.
No.
Just kidding.
And he came back. He came back.
Yeah, I know. And he's on the
Randall?
Warriors.
Randall, his rookie game,
Right.
his first game was
that I
rookie.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. he did.
But I say it's a big deal. But I don't think it's a big deal to the Cavs' chances of running through
Oh,
the
not,
East.
yeah, not at all.
No.
But I think it's a big deal.
Whoa,
for him.
I'm not gonna running through the East.
They're going to run. I
Well,
mean,
Have you seen those boys from the Celtics recently?
oh, thank you, Celtics, for that amazing win last night.
No, I don't think the Cavs are gonna run through the East this year.
Okay.
I think it'd be tough, but I mean, big deal for Bogut, not a big deal for the Cavs.
Yeah, big
Okay.
deal. Exactly. And they've got Tristan Thompson and Channing Frye.
Oh, they do.
Forget about Tristan. You think of Chloe when you think of Tristan. That's so sad. True or false? Tristan Thompson, people who don't really know
Are they dating?
basketball.
I guess so.
They are. Okay.
Yeah, I
Still?
mean, she is. Yeah,
Still?
I guess. Yeah. Big
What's
deal.
next?
Big
Dirk.
next. Dirk Nowitzki.
This
Is this a big deal?
This
a big deal.
30,000 point club.
I love Dirk though.
It's a big deal because look who else is in it.
I know it's like the best of the best. Wilt, MJ,
Will,
Mamba.
MJ, Kobe,
Kobe.
Kareem, and
mailman.
Karl Malone. That's a huge deal.
That's a lot of buckets.
Big deal.
That's a big deal.
He's also been in the league for 19 years.
Yo, did you guys catch that video of his shooting? You're so... Oh my gosh, Erica. Well,
But Dirk is
it's a big deal.
Dirk is a good player.
Okay.
Dirk-
And he's a good guy. Doesn't he have a black wife?
He
yes,
doesn't.
it does. There was a couple memes every time he goes to the game. He has a plate of leftovers.
She be liking
Awesome.
That his wife cooked up.
She be liking the
There's memes all over them.
She be liking them kielbasas. No way. What is
Oh
But she's,
my gosh.
she's African or Nigerian or something, isn't she? So she probably cooks them all
like
kinds
that,
of.
that German meat. That
Anyways,
what is that hot? What do they call the German hot dog?
Josh, I don't know.
Isn't it? There's a name for it.
I don't know anything about hot dog.
Sausage?
Sauce? No, like is it Wiener Schnitzel?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Anyways,
Guys, if you
it's a big deal.
a Polish dog. Oh no, that's Polish. I don't know. Either way, before I was introduced.
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst, right? She must have did bratwurst.
That black girl's not cooking bratwurst.
You think she's cooking him peas and rice and fufu?
She cooking some neck bones and some.
She's not cooking neck bones. She's from Africa, not she's not African
Africans eat
American.
neck bones. They don't.
They eat like goat and
Well,
Oh
she's-
my
rice.
gosh.
No, I'm not being funny, right? Like curry goat and like the cassava and
But
the
I
rice.
don't think she is from. I think she is like an American. She might just be from African. Her parents might be African,
Oh, okay.
and she might be from Texas. And
I
if
mean,
she's,
anybody can
and
eat
if she's
neck
from
bones.
Texas, she's definitely cooking neck bones
Okay. Yeah.
and rice.
Oh
Neck
my
bones and
God.
rice.
Gamer Girl
You got
says
your protein and
aluminum,
carbs.
aluminum foil and all.
Right, with the pan, the big pan. Jimbo, do you know about the neck bones and rice and the aluminum foil?
Nah, I don't.
Jimbo, what do you eat? What are your dinners like? You
Depends
blue
if
apron?
my wife got blue apron or not.
Hey, I
I
like
the
that.
pork chop. I think that's my favorite. Or
Pork
the-
chop with the miso.
Yeah. Or
Actu-
it's like orange chicken kind of thing.
Oh, you can't go wrong with orange chicken.
But I was gonna say that Dirk Nowitzki. I don't know if you guys saw that video of his shooting coach. He was like crying because that was a special moment, man. 30K. That's a lot of
It's a big
buckets.
Oh, yes,
Big
I like
deal
that.
for Dirk.
And he has his ring too, so he can retire after this year.
You think he's going to?
I think it's next year, right? Need one more year.
But I mean, why play another year? Why play
But
another
he
year?
said this week that he intends on playing out his full contract.
Big deal, no. Big deal.
Big
Jets.
deal.
Brandon Marshall, at first I thought he was cut by the Jets, but I think he has to be released by the Jets. And now he's signed with the Giants, so now he's going to be the number 2 behind Odell Beckham.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Big deal. Big deal for the NFC East.
NFC East is making some moves.
They are. The Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys.
and the Redskins.
And
And the Cowboys.
You're right.
Well, the Cowboys, not really.
I mean, but to unload Romo to make room to, better other parts of your offense and defense, that's a big, so NFC East, y'all out there stunting on them.
It's going to be a beast next year.
Football season's gonna be lit.
Right. Fair foul or can't call it. Oh, chat room, I forgot to ask you guys, big deal or not. What y'all, what did the chat room
so-
say?
Oh,
Demo
she's
says-
Kenyan and Swedish.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ooh, what does she look like?
I think she's pretty. I saw
She's a
pictures.
pretty
She's pretty.
girl.
I'm going to look that up.
Look her
Kenyan and
up.
Don't
Swedish.
you follow her on Instagram? man,
Right.
Josh.
She's Kenyan and Swedish. I don't know what Kenyans eat. Obama's Kenyan.
Something, but whatever that makes them fast. Or no, run long.
This is awful. See.
So something that gives you, I'm just saying something that gives you endurance.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
because genetically they are predisposed to be faster and longer.
Is it the Achilles, the extra meat they got around the Achilles that makes them jump?
Don't black
higher
people
and-
have extra, like an extra something?
Right? Don't they, isn't that?
Yeah. Look at Raina keep her
I
mouth
wouldn't
shut.
know. You know what?
You don't know
I'm
what's,
not
hap-
gonna
you
say
know
nothing
you
'cause
don't know
one
what's
time-
happening here, right?
I don't.
Ray doesn't know what's going on.
Nothing. No idea.
Right.
We got the extra cartilage.
I know better. No idea.
Fair foul or can't call it. This is the part of the show where we talk about whether these topics are fair, foul, or we just can't call it.
Jessica Olsen.
New York Knicks play first half of the game versus the Warriors without music, video, or in-game entertainment, so the fans can experience the game. She's pretty.
You see? She is really cute.
This is
They
all.
look alike.
Yeah. Oh, what?
They got the same face.
I don't know. She's contoured, so it may look like that.
Okay.
But yeah,
So even Demo said whatever makes them fast. Or were they laughing at me?
she's laughing at you.
Oh.
She didn't agree.
Sorry, go back to the Knicks.
Yeah, so New York Knicks, they play that, play nothing actually, so the fans can experience the game in its purest form.
Yeah.
This is not
Fair,
baseball.
foul, or can't
No,
call
no
it.
music,
Fouls.
no video,
Foul!
no entertainment.
That's whack.
Foul.
No, you think so?
Yeah, I
That's
think so,
foul.
absolutely.
You know what? I say fair.
Why, Josh?
It's something different.
Really?
And they only did it for one half.
That's
and
a long time.
And you get to see what it's like. I mean, that's how basketball started. It's not going to always happen, but it's something different. So I say fair.
I say
What do you
What,
say?
what else
I
they
say
going to do? They have
foul.
nothing else to look forward to in New York but to mix it up and do something.
I say foul because when you go to, it's like going to a concert. It's like going to a concert and then your favorite artist decides he's not going to perform the best hit. I don't know. This
No, because you're going to a concert for that. You're going to
No,
basketball game
I
to watch
feel like-
basketball,
I feel like it
not
was
listen to the music.
Really? That's a
Although
part-
it
that's a part of the
enhances
experience.
It enhances the experience, but I say fair because it's just they were experimenting and they
It's a show,
tried it
though.
out.
Like, technically, an NBA game is a show. You're
Look,
you're
if
there
no
to
one
see-
plays music at a Knicks game, did it even happen? No.
Well, the Knicks games don't happen,
No,
period.
exactly.
Anyway.
Nobody really cares, but we
So-
got to report this.
Oh my gosh.
And Josh isn't here to care. Josh Rodriguez.
Oh, Josh.
Josh Rod, J-Rod, where are
J-Rod
you?
is-
Imagine like no starting lineup in Chicago.
I mean,
Or
I
the
watched the
music
video.
and
It
all
was
the hype
very,
and all that
it was very weird, but I applaud them for taking the risk and trying something.
Oh, no.
I say foul. You say fair.
Foul.
Chat room, what do you guys
Foul.
say?
Demos is foul. They tried to throw the Warriors off of their game. Purity to the game. Yeah, right.
I thought of that too. It does throw the other team off. I mean,
bet, yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
It's very weird.
I think Steph was saying that it was weird just being in the
Draymond
locker room and not
said
hearing the
same
music.
thing.
Of course,
They had to get
Draymond
themselves
said
pumped
it.
up. Yeah, Draymond didn't like it.
Draymond did not like that at all.
He don't like anything. He's an antagonist. Fair foul, can't call it. LeVar Ball, back in the news. He just won't shut up.
I feel like we talk about him every week.
Shut up! Shut up, LeVar Ball. You can come on this show. As a matter of fact, LeVar Ball, come on this show.
Come on the show.
Please. Every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I'm going to actually try to find you, have you come in the show.
Yeah. Let's
But
reach out to him.
in the meantime, shut up. So, LeVar Ball, Lonzo Ball's dad says, said a lot of stuff. I got the quotes right here. He says that Steph Curry, that his son, the oldest son, Lonzo, who plays at UCLA, will one day be better than Steph Curry. And Charles Barkley said that that's not true. He disagrees. Charles Barkley also went on and said that that's that AAU dad mentality.
Ooh.
You know,
Trying to sell his son.
trying to sell his son. He says that he disagrees. He says your son is not going to be better than Steph Curry. He said your son has played 30 college games. I know you're a proud dad of your son, but at some point what you're saying becomes stupid. So LeVar Ball jabs back on Colin Cowherd, and he says, I don't care how high I put my son's goals up. You guys don't know the kind of work that he puts in. So I know what my son is capable of, and I know what he does. And he also went on to say if Charles Barkley thought more aggressively like he himself does, then maybe Charles would have had a championship.
Okay.
Fair foul, can't call it.
Okay.
Foul as hell. But go
The
ahead.
fact of the matter remains that what's the guy? Is it LaMelo? No, which one is it?
Lon-
I get him.
Lonzo's the one at
oldest,
UCLA.
Lonzo.
LaMelo's the youngest. LiAngelo is the
I can't
middle.
keep up. Anyways, Lonzo has not played an NBA game.
Thank you.
He, for all we know, he still could get injured playing basketball and never play again.
Thank you.
So we have to see something before we can do all this talking, right?
Right.
You can't go out and flip out the mouth and say that he's better than this player and this player and this player and then attack Charles Barkley, who is a Hall of Famer,
Thank you.
when you have not played basketball yourself. So that's where I stand.
Foul.
Foul for sure. I mean, I get it. You're proud of your son. But this is just a little too much. First off, he says he's obviously better than Steph. He said that. Then he said, oh, if Nike, Under Armour, and any of the big brands don't sign my son, we have our own brand, the 3Bs.
The balls.
The
Good luck
balls.
with that.
And then you're going to go at Charles Barkley. Like, I get it, he's proud of it, but do you think about all the pressure that you're putting on your son?
So much
Right.
pressure.
So his first day in the league, do you not think that guard, whoever's guarding him, is going to go so tough? Do you not think when he goes to the rim, somebody's going to make a statement and try and block him?
Right.
Like, do
Don't
you
put
not
Russ
think?
on him.
Or
Don't-
DeMarcus
That's what I'm saying. Do you
Right,
not think
exactly.
that
Gonna
these
kill
guys
him.
are like they have what
He's
6
putting a
fouls
target
a
on his
game?
back.
Yeah, he's definitely getting all of these NBA players riled up because I mean basketball players are competitive in general. So if you hear that like Steph is going to better than no. And Lonzo, I don't know their relationships at all. We don't know, but Lonzo should be like, yo, Dad, chill.
Right,
Like, let me do my
seriously.
thing. He doesn't seem like that type of person. Like he seems like he's very,
humble, right?
humble.
And laid back.
does.
Very laid back. On
and
the
he
floor.
like he has and during his if you've seen him play, his face is just like he doesn't get flustered. Doesn't seem like it. So I don't know. It just seems like they're two different people. Like when it comes to personality wise, I don't know.
His dad's being the ultimate stage mom, and
Yeah.
maybe can we lend this behavior to the Los Angeles glitz and glamour culture? They are in LA or the LA proper area, and Lonzo is at UCLA. The other kid is at Chino Hills. So
And he's committed to
and
UCLA.
he's
All
committed
three
to
of them,
UCLA.
actually.
Yeah.
So maybe this behavior is a byproduct of
Growing up in the area?
growing up in the area, trying to get your name out there. Maybe the dad is acting almost like a publicist because like the more hype, even bad hype is good hype. And so maybe his dad is looking at it from that perspective. But to Charles's point about him only having played 30 college games, and to your point about when he gets into the NBA, forget the NBA. Let's talk about the
Let's finish his season
champ
first.
week,
Right.
championship week, or the tournament. Like there are gonna be little boys like Grayson Allen, or some other dirty player who has nothing to lose, or whatever. Like he still has to play college ball. So I definitely say this is foul.
And this is one of those parents that you don't want. This is the kind of the parent that will go to the coach and tell them how to do their job. And this is not what you want
Thank you.
as
Coaching
the
is tough.
owner, as the coach of a franchise, the GM. I mean, I like this kid. I think he's a good player. He may end up with the Lakers. I don't know. But I don't want him if he comes with his dad.
Right.
I don't want him. It's just too much trouble. It's too much distraction because his dad's going to be popping off with the mouth in the media, on Twitter. He's going to be a Donald Trump with the tweets.
Oh God.
And that's not something I want in Lakerland.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think all of this escalated. I mean, the Ball brothers have been really huge prospects in high school. So before this, they did get a lot of hype, like all over social media. Alonzo was just crazy. And then when he went to UCLA, his career obviously is on a bigger platform. It's nationally televised, so you know more about Lonzo. I think his dad is just piggybacking on the popularity that his son is getting. Is just trying to get some for his own.
I think we got to run through in case you missed it real fast. Right
Oh yeah. In case you missed it, Russell Wilson.
You like this one?
Guys, I don't know if you guys missed this, but Russell Wilson poses with Sierra and Future Jr. in an intimate maternity photo. Do we have this up? Please, we have.
We'll go so fast,
this
Jimbo,
is-
we promise.
This is,
Yeah, let's see
please, this one, if anything, this is the only one you need to bring up for the rest.
Is it up?
Jimbo's like, no.
Oh, what's up?
Okay,
It's up.
okay.
Okay, so
like he's eating her ass out.
How do
so
we,
Oh my
how do we know
gosh.
it's even Russell? Like, if I'm in the
It
maternity photo,
is.
I want to be seen. I
That's-
don't want to be.
And let me tell you, that's totally acceptable if he's eating her ass out.
Right, but I mean, hey,
They're married.
you do things that you.
But that's what it looks like he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a beautiful
Not-
picture. Congratulations, guys, on your baby.
Yeah, Russell Wilson received a lot of heat though after that picture, but
Do
you know.
Nike, but
Wait.
Nike- oh, yeah, yeah.
What do you guys really think about it, though?
I think it's a beautiful picture. I think she's a beautiful pregnant person. I think
Would you? Okay, real quick.
I
Would you
think
think
she
the
would-
same if it was his last wife?
she wasn't cute.
I think it's a beautiful
Okay.
picture.
All right.
I think Russ should have been. Russell should be like up. Like I think he should
I would
maybe
want my
hold
face to
her.
be in the photo.
Yeah, me too.
So my child who sees this years later can be like, "Oh, Daddy."
Exactly,
But
like,
now
maybe,
he's
like, hold-
What is the arms coming out
so
of your
you can,
side?
but as a dad, you can be like, "Look, son, this is how you keep them."
Oh my God, that's not.
God, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Please do Nike because this is very
Nike
important.
launches their
Diversity.
first
Yeah.
Nike Pro hijab.
Hijab.
And also workout wear specifically for plus size women.
That's what
Shout out to
Russell
Nike.
Wilson was doing behind Sierra, a hijab. He was doing a hijab.
Can't
Isn't that
him.
funny?
No, you can't do that.
No.
Oh.
That's like a racial joke.
Is it?
A little bit.
Well, anyways, if Nike launched it, it looks really great.
Stop with the serious face. Stop that. You don't mean that.
I think the collection should be out soon.
I'll buy it.
Go on
I like it.
Nike.com.
I like the
It's
idea though.
very
I
fly.
like that.
Very
I
fly.
would. cute.
The thing though is Nike stands for the Greek goddess. No, Greek goddess. So by Muslim standards, is that okay to have another god represented on the side on your?
Oh, I guess we're gonna see when they start selling them. It was fly though. It was fly. Good job, Nike. Good job, Nike,
Nike.
for,
Yeah,
I'm
for
feeling that.
embracing equality and diversity. That's those commercials. These equality.